Morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Schwa Mill, where every single Saturday at this time we help you craft your accent in American English to start sounding more natural every time you talk. My name is Jeff. It rhymes with breath, which is one of the four key ingredients to sounding natural in American English pronunciation. And what you guys are about to see is we're going to take a look at pronunciation files that you send to us so that way we can hear them and start giving you feedback to achieve a more natural sound. If you look at the video description, you will see a link for how to send in your own pronunciation files. I want to walk you through that process. Before we get into that, just some quick hellos. Hello to Edward checking in once more. Good to see you again. Emmanuel's here as well. Hello to Emmanuel. And Shoka's here too. Good to see you as always, Shoka. So let's take a look at what is the process for sending in your own pronunciation files. Give me one moment. And once this loads, so behold, this is our Google document, which again, if you go to the video description, you'll be able to access it. I'll also post it once more in the chat so you guys will be able to see that. When you go to the video, when you go to the document, excuse me, you're going to see up top there are some directions, which include visiting vocaroo.com, which is a website. The website looks a little something like this. The very first time that you log into this website, what you may see is that it asks you for basically just gives you a big red record button. You press that. When you finish, you press it again. You click save. It's going to say save down here. When you click save, it's going to give you this link. You take that link and then you paste it in our document, and we'll be able to start hearing you and start being able to give you some suggestions and things like that. The other thing I always like to let people know is that we use this Google document every single week here at the Schwa Mill. So what you can do is for future episodes, if you're watching during the week and you didn't catch us live, but you're like, oh, I want to send in audio in the future. Well, we use this same document every single time. I typically clear it out on Thursday or Friday, but what you can do is you can just kind of post it down here during the week. I will see that and I'll make sure that we have it for next time. So that way we can get you some feedback. As we go through everything for today, there's going to be a lot of concepts that I repeatedly refer to, including what in my mind are the four most important concepts for achieving a natural sound in American English, which are placement, breath, pitch, and vowel sounds. If these are new concepts for you, you may have never even heard of these before. Studying them is going to make this session that we're about to have much more useful for you. So if you're interested in learning about these four strategies that are necessary for a natural accent, if you go to our website at fluentamerican.com, you'll see in our courses section, if you just scroll down to where it says courses, okay, you can also click courses up top. You're going to see we have the 4-step American accent, which is a free video course that goes through these fundamental concepts. Okay, so if you have questions about placement, breath, pitch, or trying to weaken your consonant sounds, trying to strengthen your vowel sounds, this is the way to learn even more about that to make our feedback session a lot more useful for you. All right, I think that kind of highlights most of my main things. If you guys have questions for me about anything that we just mentioned there or anything related to American English as we go through the stream today, you can post them into the chat box. We'll be able to highlight it just like so. And that way we'll be able to see your question and then address it. So feel free to post those questions there as well. I think that kind of highlights everything you guys need from my end, which means that we can get right into getting you guys the feedback. Oh, let me add myself there, right? Again, it's not Lido, it's more Lido.
The G host was class.
Are you feeling that here, here, or here? All right, so we are about to jump into your pronunciation files, which is always very, very exciting. Give me a moment to load that up. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my sound so that way you can see what I see, hear what I hear. I don't have any particular order with these files, so So let's kind of see, and not too many files today. So if you do submit a file now, we most likely will be able to get to it very quickly. Let's kind of start
The
this one
memory
here.
is you feeling your words. Notice how I didn't say. The memory is you feeling your words.
Okay, let's play it again.
The memory is you feeling your words. Notice how I didn't say. The memory is you feeling your words.
Okay, cool. I'm going to post in the text for what we just heard there. I totally forgot which one it is. Is it this one?
The memory,
Perfect. Okay, so this is the script that we just heard there. Just want to try to get some pronunciation thoughts on this one here.
the memory is you feeling your words. Notice how I didn't say. The memory is you feeling your words.
Okay, so tonality is you feeling your words. Notice how I didn't say tonality is you feeling your words. Okay, so in terms of if we're doing a comparison between the first time you said it and the second time, I do like the first one more. We're playing around with pitch more. The stresses are a little less regular because that second time was very tonality is you feeling your words. Like kind of da 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 da. Okay. Um, so one thing there, but let's go back to that first one because I'll be honest, I do think there's some things here that can make comprehension of this a little tricky. I'm glad that you included the text just to make sure we hit these because I think there's some little things that we're missing.
The memory,
Okay, because what I'm hearing right there, I'm hearing tonality versus tonality. So what we're kind of missing there is that dark L sound, so like tonal,
the memory,
and then we're also missing that itty sound, itty. So a short I followed by an E sound. It's like itty. This is words like in city or really or in pretty. All those a sounds. I need more separation between those two vowels there. E. So we need a dark L that follows that ow sound. So like ow, I, E, tonality, tonality, tonality. And just adding those vowel sounds and make them a little clearer is going to make this word much easier to comprehend.
the memory
Do you hear that? Tonality versus tonality. A little more separation between your vowels.
is you feeling your words.
Feeling your words, like feeling your word. I like what you're doing with pitch. I like this play. Is you feeling your words. The other thing you're doing is you're playing with length. So what are you doing? Feeling is your stress word. So you're really dragging that out. I think that's a very effective strategy. I like what you're doing. The only thing I would recommend.
Is you feeling your words.
The problem is that for feeling and you're giving me the same pitch, like feeling your, and then we drop down on words.
Feeling your words.
Feeling your words. So what I would really recommend here is for feeling, with that for feeling that second syllable with the ing, I will go a little lower in pitch. Feeling your words. Also, that notice that when you say feel, you have that e sound that's followed by an l. So the e sound is considered a long vowel. That doesn't mean you hold it longer. What it means is that when it has an l after it, you want to kind of have two parts, like eel, feel. And so when you're saying feeling, it's almost like three syllables, like feeling. And each time you have those switches, you want to go down a little bit lower in pitch to add some contrast, like feeling your words. It's like tonality is you feeling your words.
The memory is you feeling your words.
Mhm. So again, feeling you really want that your to go down much more in pitch, and that's going to add a lot more contrast. And by adding more contrast, that's going to make this so much easier for your listener to understand. It's just a note on that. We'll talk about some other little things, but I do want to say a quick hello to Louise. Thank you guys for stopping by. Good to see you. And also to Rocco Torrivelo. I butchered that name. I am so sorry, but good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate you being here. Let's play that audio file once more. And if you gentlemen want to send in a pronunciation file, there is still time. You can take a look at the video description for steps to do that.
The memory is you feeling your words.
Feeling your words. You really want that euro to go down in pitch. That's going to help so much with understanding there. I'm about to reshare for a second. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to try resharing again. Give me 1 sec. Okay, and I do want to play back. We had that original file. I mean, we had two parts to this. They had the adjustments, and then they played the original way that they
The
said it.
memory is you feeling your words. Notice how I didn't say.
Notice how I didn't say. I would also just that little part there. It's like notice how I didn't say. I would have stressed didn't, and then on say I would have done like a rising intonation or like a fall rise. Notice how I didn't say. Notice how I didn't say. Notice how I didn't say.
Notice how I didn't say. The memory is you feeling your words.
Yeah, because that way you just did there. So now as you feeling your words, that's very punchy. And we're not getting that whole pitch range thing. So I do like I like you're playing around with pitch. I like you playing around with length. You know, you're doing some things to add some contrast. Just continue doing that. Go low where I recommend it. Um, Play around some of those vowel sounds to create more separation between them. And I think this audio file will be in pretty good shape. Thank you so much for sending that file. We appreciate you. We're going to march on to the next one. Of course, if you guys have questions about anything we just did, let me know.
Another banger, baby, calm down, calm down. You lose my devotion. Follow down, oh look down, oh look down. Girl, you seem like phantom, phantom. You say what you say, I love you. Young girl, oh young girl. No, 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 no. Oh, 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 oh. You give me a la 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 la. Oh, give me a la, whoa, whoa,
I
whoa,
love you put the text in for all
whoa.
the sounds too.
Give me a la 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 la. Say the girl, feel my body. Yellow. Every other girl said you so much of my love.
I'm a little lost. I didn't hear the shorty part. That's all right. I'm gonna focus on the first part of this file. Because I had the most like meaning words, content words.
Another banger, baby, come.
Okay, so a couple things here. Not the smoothest for another and banger. Let me adjust this because I'm a little hard to see. Okay, so not the smoothest for like another and banger. We're really kind of blocking breath a lot.
Another banger.
Did I like another banger? You know, another banger. Whereas remember in American English, we really want breath to be very strong and to kind of keep flowing, and we're kind of blocking that progression. So the key parts for another are that sound in the middle, your stressed one, especially. It's like and then that final R sound. It's like another, and then banger, similar idea. It's that ang and then that Those are your key sounds. Anger. It's like anger. I would just kind of practice cycling between those a little bit. Anger, anger, anger. And then you can add in the full words like anger, another anger. I mean banger. Anger, another banger. Anger, another banger. Just really try and get the vowels a little smoother. Compare that to the original.
Another banger, baby, calm down.
And I'll say for baby,
Banger, baby, calm.
like bay versus bay. Do you hear a difference between the vowels there? So it's not bay. It's more bay, a, bay, a, bay.
Another banger, baby, calm.
Like baby versus baby. Because just know about that. Keep moving a little bit.
Another banger, baby, calm down, calm down.
almost feel like I'm hearing like come down, like hey, like get down from there, like come down.
Nada, danga, baby, calm down, calm down.
So I would recommend more. Personally, I would say it's more of with an sound, calm, like calm down, calm down, calm down. Instead of calm down, calm, more calm, calm. All sounds, all, call, saw, law. That all sound. You can use an ah sound, but I think the only thing as I'm a little nervous about is just make sure that your ah doesn't sound like a schwa. So personally, in this case, I would probably again use like more all. Calm down, calm down.
Danga, baby, calm down, calm down.
Next, it really sounds like come down versus calm down.
You lose my follow down.
Okay, that part I'm not sure on. I'm gonna have to go back from there. We have some song guesses, by the way. Let us know, what is your guess? Is this the song from Raymond Selena Gomez? And look at this. Emmanuel got it. All right. Shoke says yes, that is the sound. All right. Good job, Emmanuel. Very impressive. I had no idea what this is.
You lose my follow down.
That part I kind of understood lockdown, but the part before that was really very difficult.
Calm down. You lose my
So okay, so like for instance, girl, I didn't really hear well. It's like girl, girl.
calm down. You lose my
It's like it almost sounds just like versus like girl, girl. You really need to make sure that that earl sound is tricky. And I'm not familiar with the song, so when people are singing, they can do all kinds of things with lyrics and things. So if you're singing this, interpreting this is based on how you hear or remember the actual song. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. But just from a comprehension point of view, seeing the words and hearing it, that to me didn't quite sound like girl.
calm down. You lose my
Like girl, this body. Girl, this body. Body is your stress. Okay. Emmanuel says this is a really good impression. I imagine. I just don't know the song. You guys, I cannot speak to how close it is. I'm based entirely on just the text. So everything I'm saying might actually make it a worse song, in honesty, because you might be missing up the the things.
calm down. You lose my follow down.
Lockdown for lock. Just watch out for that, because I almost feel like I'm hearing like look versus lock. Okay. So getting more of that ah sounds like ah la lock.
Calm down. You lose my follow down.
Do that full look versus for lock. Some more ow for lockdown. Okay, so just note about that. And then the part before that,
You lose my follow down. Follow down.
some of it's also just really quiet. So it's kind of hard for me to say it. This your body. It's like this your body. I would have stressed body more. I think I mentioned that earlier.
You lose my follow.
And put in my heart for lockdown. Also, like lyrics aren't entirely making a whole lot of sense to me. This your body and put in my heart for lockdown. Put in my heart. Most likely, heart will be stressed. Not entirely sure. And then stress on lockdown. So I'll just try to get those stress words to be a little clearer.
You lose my follow down. Oh, look down. Oh, look down. Girl, you seem like Fanta. Fanta. Is it?
Fanta, like the drink. I think there's other things. That's an interesting illusion. Okay, but anyways, sweet like Fanta. So Fanta finishing on a schwa sound. So instead of finish Fanta, more Fanta. Watch out for the schwas.
Look down. Girl, you seem like Fanta.
Like you got Fanta versus Fanta. But again, this is also singing, so singing things change. So again, take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. If you just see Fanta like the drink, like if you're for some reason like I want to drink Fanta, just make sure you have the schwa sound at the end.
Fanta. Is that what you say? I love you.
That part I did not understand a whole lot, but that's text.
Fanta. Is that what you say? I love you.
The problem I think is stress. I just not hearing like if I tell you, say I love you. So if we tell you, say I love you. So like my guess is the stress is just kind of missing here. So I would just stress tell more and then love more, which means you need the pitch separation to be just needs to be a little bit more contrast because right now everything's kind of running together. So I'll go a little higher in pitch on tell and then also a little higher in pitch on love.
Seems like Fanta, Fanta. Is that what you say? I love you. Yanga, oh yanga.
Okay, and then from there it's just kind of the sounds and words. Okay, so I really could not give that feedback a whole lot of justice. I will be the first to admit that. It's a song. There's so many, when you're singing, there's things you're elongating and changing and things like that. So that is not going to be the best feedback, but Shoke, hopefully that was somewhat helpful, maybe. You could let me know, like, hey, Jeff, that was not helpful at all. And I would totally understand. We're going to jump back to more pronunciation files. But again, if you would like to send us a file of your own, there's still time to do it. If you go to the video description once more, let's make it a little bigger. Go to video description. Up at the top, again, directing you to Folkaroo.com. Folkaroo.com is that website that you're seeing on the screen that we're using.
I don't have any scripts this week. I just wanted to say that I'm really happy to be on the stream again. And I remember I sent my first file like a year ago, and it feels like a long time ago.
Okay. A year ago. A year of Sycamore. That is great. Okay, so let's go with this. Thanks, Sycamore, for the constant show of support. We appreciate that. How many episodes of Schwa Mill we've done? Anyways, let's play this again.
I don't have any scripts this week. I just wanted to say that I'm really happy to be on the stream again. And I remember I sent my first file like a year ago, and it feels like a long time ago.
Okay. Cool. Emmanuel says, congrats on the 1 year. He made it. That's what's up. Some thoughts here.
I don't have any scripts this week.
Watch out for a little bit for that short out on scripts. So it says scripts, more scripts. How many scripts this week? I don't have any scripts this week. Because it sounds like I don't have any scripts this week. Versus I don't have any scripts this week. So again, just a little lower on the placement on the short I sound. So it doesn't become like an E sound. Besides that,
I don't have any scripts this week.
You could even, if you're playing around with pitch more, you could even go lower in pitch on the this week part, like scripts this week. I don't have any scripts this week. Another thing you could also do, these are just alternatives. You could also have like a fall rise intonation to kind of imply you're not done talking and you're about to say something else. To give you an example of that, I don't have any scripts this week. I just wanted scripts this week. I just wanted to. I don't have any scripts this week. I just wanted to say it's like a net fall rise intonation, very common between thought groups, especially when you're not done talking, and just let your listener know that you're going to continue. Because right now you're kind of just using like just a standard falling intonation.
Scripts this week. I just wanted to say that I'm really happy to be on the stream again.
We're really happy to have you. The pattern here in the rhythm of the sentence was, to me, not the most natural sounding.
I just wanted to say that I'm really happy to be on the stream again.
I was stressed just. Damn. Give me guys 1 second, guys. Hey. Deve giocare con mamma. All right, give me 1 second, guys, to help him out. And I'll be right back. You were probably in school years ago when your nice English teacher taught you to say these words. Wrong. All contain vowel sounds that consonants can transform into horrible monsters. We are hunting down consonants starting with the letter L. Say these words to yourself really quick. Real. Girl. Milk. Roll. Cool. Did you say them like I did? If not, it's because when the letter L comes at the end of a word, you want to make sure of these things. The tip of your tongue is down. The back of your tongue is high. There is enough air moving through your throat. It's like a consonant sound becomes a vowel sound like uh, uh. Let's try them again then, shall we? Real, girl, milk, raw, cool. Hear all that breath. Real and hey, oh, I'm back. Sorry for an interruption, guys. Gonna share once more. Let's take a look at this again to find the right one. Okay, what was I talking about?
I just wanted to say that I'm really happy to be on the stream again.
Just wanted to say that I'm really happy to be on this. I just wanted to say that I'm really happy to be on stream, guys. So interesting to say. I just wanted to say, I think a lot of times in this sort of situation, just is the more frequent stress. This is a great phrase. I would put this into Youglish.com. Like I would put in the phrase I just wanted to say. Like I just wanted to say. I just wanted to say. If you do stress say, I don't think it's going to be as stressed as you're doing it. I think it's not going to be. It's going to be a little weaker. Like I just wanted to say that. I just want to say that I just want to say or I just wanted to say that I'm. So I'll put that in Youglish and just see if you can find other examples. Maybe you will examples of native speakers with that same kind of stress pattern that you're using. Because my guess is that pattern is going to be a little less frequent.
I just wanted to say that I'm really happy to be on the stream again.
Really, I just want to say that I'm really
On
happy.
the stream again.
No.
And that I'm really happy to be on. Say that I'm really happy to be.
Really happy. That I'm really happy to be on the I'm really happy to be on. I'm really happy to be on the. I was expecting more of a stress on really. I'll be honest. Instead of happy, instead of really happy, more really happy to be on the stream again. Now, really is one of those words that not always, but very frequently does get the heavier stress. So I personally would make really distressed and not happy. I'm really happy to be on the stream
And
again.
I'm really happy to be on the stream again.
I would also go lower pitch on again. Really happy to be on the stream again. Again. I would go especially on that second syllable again. Try to take that pitch a little lower. Really happy to be on the stream again. Really happy to be on the stream again. Because we kind of get stuck on the pitches on again.
Be on the stream again.
Stream again. Do you hear how it kind of goes up? Stream again versus stream again. Stream again. Can you hear those differences in pitch? So that's going to have a pretty big difference in terms of your speech.
Stream again. And I remember I sent my first file like a year ago.
I sent my first file like a year ago. Again, this is a case where I think having that fall rise intonation would be very common a year ago. And I sent my first file like a year ago. And I sent my first file like a year ago. And something like that, I think intonation wise would be very natural. So you say a sentence and then you're going to add on to it because you're not done talking. So that's where that kind of fall rise intonation again gets very, very frequent. Year ago, and it feels like a long time ago. Feels like a long time ago.
File like a year ago, and it feels like a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago. Good. You know what you did to pitch wise on a go. That's kind of what I wanted on again earlier with that lower pitch at the end. Besides that,
file like a year ago, and it feels like a long time ago.
A long time ago. I like the general pattern. It feels like a long time ago.
And I remember I sent my first file like a year ago, and it feels like a long time ago.
Yeah, I really like that last sentence. So if I'm reading this sentence, I would probably read it something like this. Like so if I were saying this, I don't have any scripts this week. I just want to say that I'm really happy to be on the stream again. I remember I sent my first file like a year ago, and it feels like a long time ago. Something like that. Thanks to Emmanuel. Thanks to Emmanuel. Well, thanks as always to Emmanuel. We're always thankful to Emmanuel. But thanks, Sycamore, for sending this file as well. We greatly appreciate that. Okay. And guys, if you're getting value from everything that we are doing, one of the things you might realize, though, is if you're interested in trying to shift your own pronunciation, you might have come to the conclusion that it's hard to study pronunciation just for once a week with a teacher looking at your pronunciation file for only like 5-10 minutes. That's just not realistically a lot of time to improve. Okay. So in addition to that, you also might, maybe you didn't hear your own file today, but you're like, hey, how's my placement? How's my breath? How do native speakers do this? Do I sound like a native speaker? Why don't I sound like a native speaker? What are the differences? You might be wondering about all these sorts of questions and things like that. You also might be like, hey, I don't feel like, spending just a bunch of money on just one class. I know some teachers are charging like 40, 50, 60 bucks just for a single class. So that's why we have launched our own program, which is called Mission English. Mission English is basically, we can highlight it for you. Give me one sec. So Mission English is basically our, where every single day of the week, what we do is we meet daily inside of a private Facebook group every single day, 2 times a day. And you can find out more information about it at fluentamerican.com/Mission English. But you can see, you can get an example of what the class is actually like. And some things. We're in a private Facebook group, so all our classes are saved there, which means that if you join today, you get access already to almost a full year's worth of classes. We're heading towards that 365 video mark, which is wild. Okay. So if you join today, you're getting almost a year's worth of videos. Okay. We also split the classes across different time zones. So this is what our schedule looks like right now. Okay, so you can see that we're either meeting at 9:30 in the morning New York time, or 1:30 p.m. New York time, or 8 o'clock p.m. New York time. And we're split this up across the whole week. You can see what the whole schedule is here. We also have writing sessions. So for instance, this morning I was working on a writing session. So if you're preparing for IELTS or preparing some emails and things like that, that's another option that you can consider. And so this gives you an opportunity. You pay once and you get access to at least 30 classes a month in our small group settings. And you get access to all the previous classes. And you get to know what you specifically need to work on. And you also get the daily practice, because if you're studying pronunciation, you probably know that if you take a day off, it slows you down. So if you're trying to get practice every single day of the week, this is definitely the best option. You can find out more information again, fluentamerican.com/Mission English. You can also take a look and see what a class is actually like, and to make sure it's something that fits your needs. So we'd love to see you, work with you in that. Emmanuel is excited, yes, because we are very quickly approaching the 365 video mark, which is exciting. Imagine you join and you get one video every day of the year. You can automatically check out. Catching up. All right. Speaking of Emmanuel, I think Emmanuel is our last file. However, there is still time. So if you're watching this, whether live or if you're watching this on the replay, there's always time to send in a file. If we don't get to your file today, we'll get to it next stream. Just put it into this document so we always have it. With that said, let us take a look at our final file.
He wrapped the fish in tinfoil and put it on the grill to boil while he cleaned the pool.
Speaking of Mission English, we actually talked about this exact sentence in Mission English, I think.
He wrapped the fish in tinfoil and put it on the grill to boil while he cleaned the pool.
Okay, I definitely need the second listening was very helpful. Why though? So let's kind of talk about what's happening here. This is our sentence. Let's listen to it again. Share our thoughts.
He wrapped the fish in tinfoil and put it on the grill to boil while he cleaned the pool.
Okay, I think sometimes we're getting a little stuck.
He wrapped the fish in tinfoil and
He wrapped the fish in tinfoil. He wrapped the fish in tinfoil.
he wrapped the fish in tinfoil and
wrapped the fish in tinfoil. You wrapped the fish in tinfoil. I think it's contrast with the pitches. Watch out for short I sounds, for instance, on tin.
fish in tinfoil and fish in tinfoil and tinfoil and
Almost goes like tin. It feels like the placement's a little high, so I'll try to lower the placement. I would just practice like and tin, and tin, and tin, and tin. Tin foil. I would also try to make sure for the dark L, the foil part's like tin foil, tin foil. So like the 3 steps down, tin foil, like tin foil.
Grab the fish in tinfoil and put it
And I do hear that shift on the and, which is good. That's something we talked about in class, which I liked. Let me wrap the fish in tinfoil, and
he wrapped the fish in tinfoil and
he wrapped the fish in tinfoil. You honestly could even go a little to add even more contrast. You could even go a little higher pitch on wrap.
he wrapped the fish in tinfoil and
Because right now it's kind of he wrapped the fish in tinfoil and he wrapped the fish in tinfoil and versus he wrapped the fish in tinfoil. He wrapped the fish in tinfoil and so maybe just a little bit maybe just a little bit higher in pitch on wrapped would have added more contrast. And then the kind of like the 3 steps down on tinfoil, I think would add just a little bit more contrast. He wrapped the fish in tinfoil and
he wrapped the fish in tinfoil and put it on the grill to boil.
Emmanuel makes the note that the sentence doesn't make much sense. Nope. I think it's the boiling, unless it's like there's water in the tinfoil or something. Maybe like steaming or just barbecuing. I don't know. Depending on the situation. But
He wrapped the fish in tinfoil and
wrapped the fish in tinfoil and he wrapped the fish in tinfoil and
put it on the grill to boil.
Similar thing with the short I sound on grill.
And put it on the grill to boil.
Put it on the grill to boil. Put it on the grill to boil versus put on the grill to boil. Grill. So again, I would do a progression. It's like il, grill, grill. Just make sure that all those are sounded very similar on your vowels. Like il, grill, grill. So that would be the progression I would practice there a little bit. So like il, grill, grill. Besides that,
Put it on the grill to boil while they clean the pool.
while they clean the pool. I thought the last part was I like the rhythm there. I like the movement with the pitches.
Grill to boil while they clean the pool.
While I clean the pool. Good. I don't have much to say about the last part. I think the last part sounds pretty good. So again, first part, I will go a little higher pitch on wrapped. Tinfoil and put on the grill to boil. Watch out again for that short I sound on grill. Wrap the fish in tinfoil and put on the grill to boil. Other things that are going to help here, besides we talk a lot about pitch for contrast, but that's not the only tool that you have.
He wrapped the fish in tinfoil and put it on the grill to boil while they clean the pool.
I think I would also try to play around with speed a little bit in the middle of your sentences and on some of these words, because right now every word is kind of being said at about the same speed. He wrapped the fish in tinfoil and put it on the grill to boil while he cleaned the pool. So you do have like some things playing around with pitch, but I think speed is also going to add a little bit more nuance to this too, to make it, especially for the first 2 thought groups, a little bit easier to kind of catch the rhythm. He wrapped the fish in tinfoil. He wrapped the fish in tinfoil. So maybe just holding wrap just a little bit longer time-wise. He wrapped the fish in tinfoil and put it on the grill to boil. Put on the grill to boil. So just holding maybe grill a little longer while he cleaned the pool and things like that. He wrapped the fish in tinfoil. So he wrapped the fish in tinfoil and put it on the grill to boil while he cleaned the pool. So again, this maybe taking your stress words and just lengthening them. Don't over exaggerate. It's not he wrapped the fish in tinfoil and put it on the grill to boil. It doesn't have to be that long. He wrapped the fish in tinfoil. Here, he wrapped the fish in tinfoil. He wrapped the fish in tinfoil. Put on the grill to boil. Put on the grill to boil. Set grill to boil. Grill to boil. See how much longer grill is, just a little bit. While I clean the pool. So I think playing around with some of those short I sounds, playing around with the speed on some of these stressed words is going to help a lot with just kind of comprehensibility. Like, because this is one of the things you said. People are already confused by the sentence. Manuel says he's confused by a sentence. He's the one that said it. I think you found that from ChatGPT. And then Edward's asking about it. It's a weird sentence. So to make sure that people understand it, if we ever needed to say this in real life, I think those elements of contrast are really going to be key to making sure that our listener stays with us. Yep. And man, if you have any questions for me about anything I mentioned there, be sure to let me know. But that kind of highlights my main thoughts there. Check things really quick. All right, guys, we had 4 files. But like I mentioned earlier, if you are interested in getting just a little bit of pronunciation practice every single day of the week, because every single day, we're studying pronunciation, and that's how you improve the most. And also, I'm going to be honest with you, the things that we're studying for pronunciation, like breath, placement, pitch, vowel sounds, trying to weaken consonant sounds, no other pronunciation channel is dedicating the same amount of time to those topics. If they even talk about them at all, they're very much focused on kind of like what your mouth and thing is doing. But these are things that are going to have an immediate, noticeable impact on your speech. Again, this is the schedule that we currently operate our Mission English on. It's a private Facebook group. It's you, me, at most 2 or 3 other students on screen. And then we're just doing pronunciation exercises. It'd be great to work with you. Find out more information about that at fluentamerican.com. Once more, my name is Jeff. It rhymes with breath, which is one of the 4 key tactics and skills you need for a natural accent in American English. Thank you much, sir, for spending a little bit of time with me. I know that there's a million pronunciation resources out there when it comes to American English pronunciation. So the fact you spend a little bit of your time, a little bit of your Saturday with me, it's very valuable. I appreciate that. You guys have a good day, have a good night, good afternoon, and I will see everyone later.